Hey guys, it's Ken here with the Modern Electric Garage. Thought we'd talk about pain in the butt. Yes, pain in the butt, pain in the saddle. Some of us older people have sciatic nerve issues, things of that nature. So this original Magicycle seat was a little bit too uncomfortable for me to ride. So I'm going to kind of tell you some of the steps I've taken, and then we're going to test out the latest thing that came on the slow boat from China. I'll explain. This is the original seat post, original rear reflector that is in the way for us short people or us height challenged people, because if you'll remove the reflector, it gives you 3/4 of an inch that you can go down even lower with the seat post stem, bringing the seat bottom down. This is the original setup. It's a 30.8 shaft on their stock seat. It does have some adjustability to it, so when you loosen the Allen head nut, you can tip the nose forward or backwards. You could slide the saddle up and back. But it wasn't satisfactory to me. So then I went to my local shop and I purchased this saddle. This has gel, but it's still, you can see the shape of it was even narrower, and so this did not do the trick. I had it on this stem. So I bought the less expensive, I want to call it Ganiper. It's from Zoom. It's a seat post, suspension seat post, has adjustability right here. And I had it with the gel seat, and this is like a seat. I'll put that in the captions. So then I ordered the C9 cloud seat, and I've been riding this for the majority of the time, so the pain level on this is much better. When you went to the suspension post seat though, it made the height higher, so I've had a little difficulty getting on and off and not knocking my duck's head off, swinging my leg, but just kind of to give you an idea of how much different that is. As you see, the stock seat goes down to here, and then when you put a suspension post on, so that's a good 3 or 4 inches there, and then the thickness of this seat puts it up even higher. So although it's more comfortable in a wider saddle, still not quite enough. It does have the suspension springs in the back. So I went from this to this. And I was fortunate enough to save up enough Magicoins to order their suspension seat. It has been in travel for close to 3 weeks. I got notification that it had been shipped. It was coming from China, and I understood that. It made it to the States, went to Nevada, went to Texas, came to Jackson, Mississippi, which is the city that's our sister, right next door to us, where it was supposed to be. And USPS decided it should go to South Carolina next. So they sent it to South Carolina. And I've been waiting on it all week, and it finally got back to Mississippi to me. So this is the Sun Tour, and I have not installed this yet, so I thought we would do that now. It's pretty straightforward and simple. This is a 27.2 tube, but they send a sleeve with it. So this sleeve go to a 30.9. Our seats are 30.8, but it will fit. So just to kind of explain that a little better. Is our hole is 30.8. The shaft comes stock at 27.2. So they have this sleeve that you put on to take up that gap. Then when it gets there, you can come on down with it. So I've got to go all the way down to here, is as far as it can go. So that leaves me that much room to work with. So let's take the other seat off. All right. So that was the Zoom suspension post. It's going to be much easier to do this off of the bike than it would be to do it on the bike. See, that sleeve makes that good and tight. All right, I got it out, and I've gone ahead and started the process of getting it lined up. Now you can see it'll allow you to move the seat forward or aft, and it also allows you to change the pitch of the nose. So I know that's where I want it. I want it more in the aft position, so that'll give me a little bit more area to swing my leg. I'm just loosely tightening these up, and once I get it on the bike, I'll tighten it up even more. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to have double shocks. If this doesn't fix my little problem, I guess I'm going to have to get me a donut to sit on, like the old people. So I'm going to insert here. Has the sleeve down in there, so it's kind of tight. You just got to work it down in there. And for my height, I'm going to run it all the way as far as it'll go down. Okay, and now I'm going to give it a good snug up on both sides. In the middle. And then so I like the positioning of it. I'm going to pull that out, and I'm on the upper end of the weight for this particular spring. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up. And that's going to be in the bottom. And it has a diagram in there showing you which way it needs to go. All right, and just line the seat up. And you can tell it looks to me that it's going to be just a little bit higher than where we were, but I don't think I'm going to complain about that if I get the spring on the tailbone that I need. All right, the other thing I got to do before I go for a ride is on these tail light flag kits and camera kits, I've had mine on and off so many times that I've got to redo my wiring. I'm going to zip tie it up, and then after that we'll go for a ride. All right, just getting it pretty much buttoned up here. I'm going to leave a little bit of slack right here and a little bit of slack here, and I'm going to give it its final zip, say right there. That way it gives me the ability to unplug it when I need to charge it in, take it in to charge. Or y'all know that you can charge your auxiliary devices from the USB plug in the bottom of the monitor there. So don't forget that. So I just want to make sure everything's kind of snugged up here. Alrighty. And we can clean this up. I've used my bike as an example on several times, showing our little kit that we offer. Got this top tube along with a rear view camera, monitor, and a light. This is a phone holder that you can get from Magicycle or any other brand basically that will fit on that. And let's go to the rear and I'll show you the flag holder with the rear view camera. All right, many of y'all are familiar with the rear view camera plate that we've developed that mounts behind the tail light. I got 4 different versions of it. But there's a lot of new people, a lot of people buying new bikes and stuff, and I've definitely got a big following of people that are not associated with Magicycle. It's kind of surprising me how popular these are. And since 4th of July is coming up, thought this would be a good opportunity. Father's Day's Sunday, but we'll do one more shot on these flags and stuff so that y'all can get your order in real quick so we can 3D print them. Our laser etcher came in this week and we're getting it up and running, so we'll be lasering, customizing a lot of different products after that. So you can look at our other videos on how to install this, but basically the tail light comes off with 2 nuts. We developed this so that if you have a bike where the tail light lens doesn't unplug, it's hardwired and it goes on down. Instead of clipping all of the wire ties and having to fix it, we've developed a new slot so the wire will go in there and when it mounts. All right, this particular model is what you're seeing now. It's set up so that you can have the safety flashing light. It flashes low, flashes bright, and then it stays on. So it's 4 functions, the 4th function being off. You can have it staying on low flash or bright flash, and then of course off. We developed it so this part, we can use the screws that came with this piece and attach there. Then over here, we've developed it for the rear view camera. When we first bought the rear view camera, I had it mounted back here on the side rack like many others are doing, but that eliminates all the vision that you have over here. So when we moved it to the back, this is adjustable, so you can get the view that you want. And so that was version 1. Version 2 of that without the flags is this piece. With the flags, of course, is what you're seeing on it now. Some people didn't want the flags. Some people didn't want the flashy light. They just wanted to relocate their camera. So we've developed one just for the camera. And again, that slot was put in there because some of the other brands of bikes don't use the exact lens that we do with the Magicycle. Ours is a plug-in style where the others are hardwired. So that helps them out. And then lastly, there were so many other bikers that didn't want the rear view camera or the flashy light. They just wanted to show their patriotic. So we made a flag only one, and that's available. So go to the website. Always keep that American flag in there. This is the new Mississippi flag, if y'all are not familiar with that. A few years back, our state voted to change out from the other style to the new style. But there are little flags available for everything. When I went on the internet, I found one that had all 50 flags. So if you want to have fun and put your flag up for every state that you visit, that might be something that you might want to do. They're all made so they'll fit in our holder. I'm kind of an outlaw and a Christian, so we've got these two. Who doesn't like a good race? Indy 500's coming up. Even found a 98-cent pinwheel at Walmart that I bet was made in China. But I had it on a while. It's fun. Kids really like that one. If you were just wondering what the old Mississippi flag was, that was it. I got a box of flags. A box full. If you're interested in getting this, go to the website, the link's below. And we also have affiliate links to Amazon for a lot of the different products, the flags. Even if you want to just buy our little mounting bracket and provide your own flashy light rear view camera, we're giving you those links as well. You know, we're not in it to make a bunch of money. It's just this is something that's kind of fun for us. So up here would be the monitor, and you can see all my gear I'm using right now to film us. And I think it's time to go take a ride.